Hey, it is Friday, which means tomorrow it is Minecraft Live 2021. All of the Minecraft mobs for the mob votes have been revealed, so I'm going to give my full thoughts on the mobs and which one I think will win the mob vote. So how you doing, everybody? Welcome to the video. Are you hyped for Minecraft Live 2021? Are you hyped for 1.18 and 1.19 reveals and update news? I certainly am. And do you want to know what else I'm excited for? The mob vote. So why don't we get things started with the Copper Golem and... okay, let's get things started with the Copper Golem. I'm sorry. We'll start with you instead. So I guess we're starting this video off with the Glare. And the Glare was the first mob that was announced for Minecraft Live 2021. Honestly, this thing's kind of interesting. I mean, it looks cute. Please ignore my very bad recreation of this guy. I mean, he looks cute and he tells you where it's too dark. I mean, if we go over, there's one over here. Don't know if you can see him. But, Zombie, can you come do some sound effects for me, please? This guy will growl. Yep. When it's too dark. As you can see, this guy, right? Yeah, he's really mad. And then if we light up the area like so, now as you can see, he's not growling anymore, and he's really happy that did not kill Zombie. There was no zombie there. Now, do I think this is a cute addition to the game? Yes, I do. But do I think it's useful? Absolutely not. Okay, look, maybe it's useful for new players of the game, maybe it's useful for Bedrock Edition players that don't have the F3 screen, but for us Java Edition players, we basically have this cute little grouch Oscar guy. He's already in the game, and he doesn't growl at us. We just have this fancy little screen that we can pull up, and 1.18, everybody knows that mobs can no longer spawn in light levels of 1 or above. That's hostile mobs. So I know that by standing here, I am at block 0, sky 0. A mob cannot spawn here, whereas if I go here, we are on block 1. A mob can spawn on this block. So do we really need the Grinch? See, even I can't remember his name. Do we really need the Glare in Minecraft? Honestly, I don't think so, but it would be a nice addition just to help new players and Bedrock Edition players. But for us Java Edition players, don't really think it's a needed feature. But you know what is a needed feature? Or could be a needed feature if implemented correctly? You guessed it, the flying hopper that is the Allay. We have an Allay over here, we have an Allay over here, and the Allay, basically, if you have an item and you drop it on the floor, and then you give it the item that you want it to go and collect, the Allay will fly away, grab the items, and then guess what? It will bring them back to you, and it will say, here are your cookies. Take them, you dropped them, and then it will also give you back your original cookie, so you have all of your cookies. But is this really the mob that we need? Because when you die in Minecraft, you have that Ignore these. When you die in Minecraft, you have that 5-minute timer, provided your items are in loaded chunks, to go back and collect your items. If you don't collect your items, they disappear into nothing. And another argument that I'm seeing people make online on YouTube is that the Allay, in order to get the items back, you need to have an item of that kind. So let's say it's the middle of the night, you've got creepers chasing you, and you end up dying. But you had a netherite sword. Well, if you spawn thousands of blocks away and you have absolutely no idea where to go, actually, where am I? And then a friendly Allay comes by. Well, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Allay, but I don't actually have any items to give you. My netherite sword was the only one that I had, so you're kind of pretty useless at this point. Something else I thought about with the Allay is what if you could use it for farms? Now, what we do know with the Allay is that you need to have a note block in order for it to actually go ahead and find your items. You place down a note block and you play a sound, and the Allay comes to you, you give it what you need. In this case, I'm going to give it this creeper, so I'd like you to bring me back more creepers. Oh my gosh, guys, there's another creeper! Oh my gosh, it worked! So, you'd use your note block, the Allay comes to you, you give the Allay an item, and it goes away. But what if there was a way that we... Hi, creeper. What if there was a way that we could maybe have a button that came along, right? You pressed a button and the note block played, and you have the Allay go to a certain place, and then you give the Allay a dispenser or a dropper and you put an item in there, and when the Allay comes here, it activates some wire, some string, which sets off an observer, and then the item gets given to the Allay, and the Allay flies away. We don't know if that's a thing yet, and if it is, that's going to be really cool for farms, but if it's not, then honestly, I don't... Why am I being watched by creepers today? Anyway, so yeah, the Allay's pretty cool, but there's another mob. Introducing Copper Golem. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, the Copper Golem is a pretty cool mob. Here's why I am going to vote for this mob. Yes, this is the mob I am going to vote for, even though we have the Allay, which has a lot of useful features, but really is just taking away from the main game idea, which is that you lose an item and you lose it. Are you gonna have a flying fairy go and grab your stuff in real life? I'm not saying that the Allay is bad. I'm just saying I'm not gonna vote for it. If you think the Allay is good, that is perfectly fine. No controversy, thanks. So what am I doing? I'm building myself a little copper robot just like this. And here we go. This is the copper robot. This is the new item. This is the Copper Golem as he is. And the Copper Golem basically presses copper buttons. Now, let's say you had a row of buttons, okay? And you had maybe one button that the Copper Golem needs to press, and you have another button that you need to press. Now, would it not be a cool mechanic in a Minecraft map to have your little copper bot, your little Copper Golem, come along and be like, beep boop, press button? But you have to press the button at the same time. Now, wouldn't that be a cool map mechanic? Maybe you have to open up a door, just like we saw in the reveal, actually, for the Copper Golem. What if you have to press a button at the same time as the Golem, activate an AND gate, and the door opens? Now, isn't that cool? And also, I've set these blocks out because you saw it, you heard it. This guy can oxidize. Now, are we going to be able to use the wax and wax him using the honey? If so, really cool feature, and I approve of that. Are we going to be able to do this with it? And are we going to be able to keep him in a current state? Or is he going to always oxidize, and are we going to have to always build a new one? I do quite like the idea of having him turn into a statue when he's, like, fully oxidized. I do like that idea. Maybe that would be quite nice in a sort of decorational aspect. But when he's first built, if you can just, right-click with a piece of copper and wax him like this, then that would be a really cool feature. So, honestly, my true opinion, I don't really mind which mob wins. The glare is good for lighting up areas and can help you with that. The Allay might be useful for it's getting really, hang on. The Allay will be useful if you lose your items out and about and could potentially be used for farms, but we're not too sure about that yet. And then there's the Copper Golem, which, yes, presses buttons randomly, but as I showed you earlier, just then, if you had a map that used a copper button and a regular button, and you had to press the buttons at the same time to open a door or complete an objective, wouldn't that be pretty cool? But as I say, I don't really mind which mob wins. They've all got potentials, and I think they're pretty cool in their own ways. So, I want to know, which Minecraft mob are you going to be voting for during Minecraft Live 2021? Are you going to be voting for the glare? Are you going to be voting for the Allay? Or are you going to be voting for the Copper Golem? That's my final thoughts on the mobs. They're all pretty good this year. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let's have a general chat in the comments, and let's see what happens tomorrow at Minecraft Live. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure you give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell as well. My name's been Happy, and enjoy Minecraft Live, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.